Hey everybody, this is Grace, and I'm out here. It's 8:24 p.m., June 27th, 2025. I just wanted to get out another time today and make a video. I was out real early today to take care of some business, and then again I came out to do a video, and now this is more like me. To be out. I don't like just being at home. Anyway, this one, what I want to talk about is, for some reason today, the word vial came to my mind. And I looked it up on the AI. You know, I know what vial means, but just see what it says. You know, and sometimes when you look up these words on Google, you know, you Google them, literally on Google, and the AI overview comes up, they might be a little bit different than you thought. You know, we just commonly had used certain words, and it's not exactly as you thought. And vial was one of them, but I don't like using words like that to describe people. But at the same time, some of these things recently, just for myself, it was like I'm trying to find out why certain people, especially one, I have just made a video about this yesterday. I can't find anything that I like about this woman. Nothing. She's online. She makes videos. There's just nothing I find that I like about her. And that wasn't the case at first until I realized. I saw the bad stuff too. But of course, you know, I've watched a little bit and then saw even more and more and more. So there wasn't any kind of thought at first about either way, anyway, until she just started doing things that seemed so vile. And she was on her best behavior, if you ask me. So at first, a lot of them is kind of so scripted. What's a lot of these dudes, and she's one of those that does the same thing, how they manipulate. They're master manipulators, and they get money from their audiences by just being vile. Yeah, and some people, they're not realizing this is not a game. This is not her acting or her just putting on a show. This is really who she is. So I think when some people start to see that, that's when they go, oh my goodness. And she actually does believe she's superior to all of us, to all of her audience, and to everybody else. She is the superior person. You know, this thing, and how she uses people, so on and so forth. Like I said, I cannot find anything that I found redeeming about her, anything. And that bothers me, is my belief system. I believe, you know, you try to find, and it's not even that, it's just that I've gone through 62 years. I'm 62 years old, and I've gone through all this, and never had this situation. Don't remember. 62 is a lot of years. But, yeah, I've never noticed that I couldn't find anything. Or just, how do I put it? It's not really just being apathetic, but just, I just don't know. But I go back and I say, at one point she must have been a little girl. She had to be a little girl at one point. Maybe she was kind of innocent then, and something happened that changed her until this vile person. And calling her a toxic person, that doesn't really cover it. Not totally. And I don't like talking about people like that. But when some of them do it, and they're like, they're not like, people do look at them as influencers. They see how many subscribers she has for whatever genre, because each genre can have in age groups, and that's unfortunate, but each genre I have seen, especially in age groups, how much, people can have as far as viewers, subscribers. It does differ. And it just reminds me, I saw a woman, I've been on YouTube. I've been online since, I had my first computer in 1982, so, but I'm not going to go through the history again. But I have seen, 11 years on YouTube, making videos on my original channel, and I've seen a lot. And this one woman I've seen, I never was subscribed to her. She's in a genre that just isn't something that I really wanted to be part of, and not a dislike, just wasn't me. And she's older than I would say she's old enough to be my mother. And I saw some comments, a lot of comments. Some were really good, and some were just really awful on her video, just awful. And I mean, I'm not new to trolls. What are trolls and bashers, and they have changed the name over years. But no, not new to that. But it was just sad, that's sad. But I'm not one to comment on somebody's video. And as it is, and I never say their name, their channel name, none of that. I just talk about the behaviors. And I use it in my videos to vent. Pressure release valve. What I see online, what I see offline, all that. I'm not always the person involved in it. But just seeing that, and apparently, and this has happened more than once, and it's not just one person who really does that right now. No, but just one of them I see is Vial, and well, there's more than one. Probably I just don't pay attention to those anymore, and that they can be quite vile. Like I said, I've never found one that I just couldn't find anything. But I've seen pretty much vile people. And this is sad. Okay, but lately it seems like, I've been around long enough to know that trolls they come in waves sometimes, seriously. And it's 'tis the season, it seems like, once again. And I don't get comments. I really do. My comments are marked to where I think only one of my channels, all these years I have more than one channel. I think one of them isn't, but overall, if somebody leaves me a comment, I have to approve it before it goes public. And I did that because I used to get a lot of these spam comments that would link people. If a person clicked on it and linked, it would go to a different link. And it was bad. It would mess up people's computers, stuff like that. And I'd research them, see what it would say about them, and that's what it would say. And I didn't want all that mess anyway, so I hardly ever get any comments at all. And they may be that people left them, and I just didn't check them and make them public. I mean, I don't. Like I said, I really don't get comments, and I don't know if that somehow keeps people from leaving comments. Seriously, if they make a comment and then they don't see their comment or something, I really don't know. Yeah, but really, once I did that years ago, comments pretty much ceased to none, hardly ever any. Once I put it to where I have to approve them. So, anyway, but apparently they're going around making these negative comments. And it's kind of interesting to sometimes. It used to be interesting. It's all so scripted. But when somebody supposedly, allegedly, like the content creator, the person who made that video, when they say that somebody left them a comment, They can say that. They could be lying. Plain and simple. Okay, they could be lying. And because they quite often, they don't show the comment. They don't show the person's name. They don't show the comment. You take a little, and these are people who are used to taking screenshots and editing them into videos, but they won't do it. But then they'll make the comment, and then they'll make themselves out to be like a hero. A hero. Because they take on that comment. If somebody makes a comment, it's kind of like just an opinion or a constructive criticism. And it doesn't seem real offensive, but they take it that way. And like I said, they make themselves the hero of whatever genre it is, whatever the issue is. Oh, they're the leader, and they take it on, and they are out to do battle, and they win, And you'll see so many comments that they'll get from people who are like, oh, you're so, it's so nice that you took on that commenter, and you told them, you gave them back what they deserved. And usually it's not. Usually it's just, they're just doing what people want to hear. They're just saying what their audience wants to hear. So once again, master manipulation, so they can get money from them. They'll go through some, and somewhere in the video, or like the one before, the one after, they'll say, oh, I just don't have enough money for this, for that, for the other. I'm a poor person, I'm out there working hard. You see, master manipulation. There's another woman, she is kind of the opposite. She's not snarky, snarly, any of that. The Vial one is snarky, snarly, and just obnoxious, pushy, always thinks that she's the one who knows it all and all that. This other one, she's just a nice person, but a little impish, mischievous. Okay, I used to joke and call it mischievous or something when I was young. So yeah, but she's like I said, she's not obnoxious. But I've often wondered about her. Why is it she, in just about every one of her videos, I mean, I've done this, but not every one of my videos, but very seldom thought, oh, I want to change what I'm doing and do something else. And I've done that. I do some other genre or something. And, but she is like on a regular basis. And I wondered about it. And it finally kind of dawned on me, but I have nothing to show, nothing to say, this is, to point out, nothing to back it up. It was just one thought, so I even moved past that maybe that's what she does, is she tells people she wants to change and do this instead. Like do some traveling, but she just doesn't have the funds right now. She wants to do some traveling. And then people will send her money. You see what I'm saying? And that's what that could be what she does. And but she's just not a vile person with her manipulation. Like that. But I have seen some. There's this one woman. She took on a vile person. And she's still doing it to this day. I don't know how many years that would be. Probably over 5. She took her on, and just it's like a never-ending thing. But she's not that great. She's a rather bit of a hypocrite too. I call it the Shelby type. They make fun of the person, and they'll name the names. I don't do that. But they take them on, but then they do some of the same stuff, like mispronouncing words. We all do that. I mean, nobody was born with a fully loaded language, correct pronunciation and all. Nobody. And she makes the same kind of mistakes over and over. But she makes fun of the person, the grifter, the vile kind of grifter, and she makes fun of her for that. It's like, look yourself in the mirror, girlfriend. You know? What are you doing? Hey, I admit it. I can mispronounce some words, let me tell you. And so I have no problem admitting that I am not perfect. But a lot of these people, they have major problems. Major problems. And it's like the Shelby woman. Now, my channels have gone through all kinds of stages. I've been what some call shadow bound. What is it now? I don't even remember. Whatever. I can't even remember the name of it. But basically, it doesn't promote my channels, like some of my older channels anymore, because I kind of go in and out of using my channels. Okay. And shadow banned. There it is. Yeah. Shadow banned. Now what was I going to say about it? My brain's doing double time. You're trying to find the word over here, and then this time over here, and now I'm just, that's not a good thing. Honestly, cannot remember. I know I was talking about the Shelby type and how she does the same things. Sometimes she's a bit of a hypocrite. And the Shelby types. I shouldn't say it as though it's one person. It's not. And all that, and then I got stuck on shadow band. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got 2 hours sleep last night, by the way. But I've gotten some little naps here and there today. Anyway, I cannot remember. It was about. Oh well, we'll move on. But yeah, these, she's been doing it, and I was talking about she has been doing this with this one person all these years, and some of them, they never change. They have like a parasitic, is the word parasitic, relationship, and it gets to where the Shelby talks bad about they call themselves often reaction channels. Oh, there goes my alarm. She says bad thing that kind of promotes the grifter's channel, and then the grifter will say negative things and promotes. You see, so anyway, that alarm went off to tell me I need to go do my medicine, but it's 8:44 p.m. I wish I could remember what I was talking about. It bugs me. But I'm not hard on myself about it. You say, yeah, right. But it's been a day. But anyway, I think I vented everything I wanted to vent out today. Not really. There's a whole separate topic. Today, though, when we were driving to and from this earlier today, it was like, it's Friday, and the roads were, it was during rush hour traffic, and there was hardly any traffic. And he was doing the driving because I got to do my license, renew them. And it was I don't want to go through all that again. But I do it next month. And he was like totally freaked out. There was nobody going, hardly anybody on these main streets, three lanes, then often 2 or 3 turning lanes going either direction, and that's just one way, and that's on just one side, and here north of Dallas. And it was kind of freaking. We're like, is it some kind of holiday? I don't know. I think yesterday, or was it today? May have been today. Was called what was it? Oh, someday. Oh my goodness. I don't wear them, so. But some kind of glasses, okay. Oh my goodness, now I'm forgetting words. Oh no, I think I need to go in. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up, yeah. I think hopefully tonight I get a good solid night's sleep. I just couldn't believe I went to bed really. I could not sleep. It always does that when I have stuff to do early in the morning. You know, my body works against itself. And so it just does. And I can't sleep. And I think it was like 2 o'clock I fell asleep. 4 o'clock I woke up. Couldn't go back to sleep. I woke up having a foot cramp really bad. I mean, seriously bad. And my toe was actually, it was on my left side. My big toe, my left side, was like straight up, and it wouldn't go, it wouldn't flatten out. You know, so I did what I usually do in something like that. It did go away, but it was like, you know, that was, you know, that kept me up for a while. Then I just couldn't go back to sleep. So, and then Adam woke up, and I had to go take a shower, get all dressed and ready, and all that stuff. So, that's how my day went earlier today. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this up because it's going to be dark before too long. And I do wish that I did remember one thing. Sunglasses. Today was sunglasses day. I can't wear sunglasses. I've been wearing glasses, regular glasses, since I was 10. Yeah, it's a long time ago. And I never found any kind of thing that was comfortable. You should, I can tell you that it went through so many changes, you know, of what they would have out there to buy, to wear on top of regular glasses. And now you can get those glasses, I mean, you can get them for like 20, 40 years. I don't know. Transitions, I don't know how old transition glasses are. I never really liked those. They usually came in, I don't know, it could be the frames to me that I bought just weren't likable either. They just didn't match. And this set, I just got these new this year, just a couple months ago maybe. Didn't get them. I wish they would bring back what they used to have at one time, and I still have one pair where you could get tinted lenses. And I actually literally had rose-colored glasses before. The lenses were rose-colored. So I liked those. You know, and it didn't have to be those that were dark on the top or dark on the top and got lighter. None of that. It was just solid. I have a pair still that they were dark, like you know, sunglasses, but they were prescription, and they're just old because they stopped doing that. That's what I found out when I asked. But I am going on and on here, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Talk to you in another video. Bye.